Okay, folks, so we are doing day 2 of proportions. So we need to finish these 3 examples in our note packet, and then I'll get you started on the back of the salmon worksheet that you did yesterday, okay? Or if you'd like, you could try these 3 examples, and then you could just fast forward to what I have as the answers as a way to self-check yourself. But I'm gonna start right now. It says Nathan packed 25 boxes in 2 hours. How many boxes can he pack in his 8-hour shift? So again, we got to figure out what 2 things we're comparing, or figure out how many boxes, there we go, and how much time. So we're going to have boxes over hours. So let's do the first part. Nathan packs 25 boxes in 2 hours, and we want to figure out how many boxes he can pack in 8 hours. So the 8 hours goes on the bottom, and X goes on top. And now we simply cross multiply. 2 times X, we know is 2X. 25 times 8 equals 25 times 8. Now we simplify. 2 times X is just 2X. 25 times 8 is 200. Divide by 2, and we get 100. So in one work day, basically, Nathan can pack 100 boxes. All right, let's try this one. 13 candy bars weigh 26 ounces. What is the weight of 35 candy bars? So what 2 things are we comparing? I'm hoping you're thinking how many candy bars and how much they weigh. So candy bar over weight. Sorry, folks, there's someone at my door again. Okay, so how many candy bars do we have in the first situation? Well, there's 13. They weigh 26 ounces. Now come to the second part. What is the weight of 35 candy bars? So we're looking for the weight, and we have 35 of them. Now we'll cross multiply. 13 times X is equal to 26 times 35. 13 times X we know is 13X. 26 times 35 is 910. Divide by 13, and X equals 70. 70 ounces. Okay, here we go on our next one. A machine can produce 6 yards of fabric in 2 minutes. How much fabric can the same machine produce in 1 hour? So we're doing yards to minutes. So if we go and read that first part, we know we can do 6 yards in 2 minutes is equal to how much fabric can the machine produce in 1 hour? Shoot, we have minutes and it says an hour. Do you guys know how many minutes are in an hour? 60 is correct. Variable goes on top. We'll simply cross multiply. 2 times X is equal to 6 times 60. We'll simplify. 2 times X is 2X. 6 times 60 is 360. Divided by 2 is 180. So we can produce 180 yards in an hour, which is pretty incredible. Okay, I'm hoping that was a good little warm-up recap for you. I hope the front of your salmon-colored worksheet went okay yesterday. Now we're on the back. This back is kind of tricky. I think I'm going to set up the problems with you, and then you're going to go back and solve them. Okay? And if you don't think you need help, then you can, I guess, end the video here, but I think it might be in your best interest to write down what I write. So the first one says water was leaking from a faucet at a rate of 1.5 gallons every 5 minutes. If it took 18 minutes to stop the leak, how much water is wasted? So this is what I want you to put. Your code, your key is gallons over minutes. And you guys can go back and write the proportion. Number 2, the ratio of mango juice to guava juice in Paradise Punch is 5-3. Leilani has 32 ounces of mango juice. How much guava juice does she need? So what two things are we comparing? Mango to guava. Now since this one is kind of goofy, I'll do the rest of it with you. So it's in the ratio 5-3. And if we have 32 ounces of mango juice, how much guava does she need? Guava's on the bottom, that's what we're looking for, over 32. A locomotive is 58 feet long and 11 feet wide. A special effects designer makes a model that is 20 inches long. How wide should it be? So what two things are we comparing? Long, it's like length over how wide it is. Okay, number 4, a marathon runner ran the first 4 miles in the 27.8 minutes. If she continues running at this pace, how long will it take her to run the entire marathon of 26.2 miles? So we're looking at miles and minutes. I'm going to put miles on top, and then minutes. Number 5, a map of Yosemite National Park is drawn to the scale of 1 inch equals 1.65 miles. On the map, Tioga Pass is 13.8 inches from Yosemite Falls. What's the actual distance? Right here, folks, inches to miles is what we're comparing. Number 6, if it took 1.5 quarts of paint to paint the wall on the left, how many quarts will you need to paint the wall on the right? We are going to do this one together because it's weird. So we're really comparing the area to how many quarts of paint. So I'm going to write that right here, paint to area. So now area is something we haven't talked about, but I think you guys know we can find area by just multiplying our length and width. So 7 times 12 is 84. And then this one over here would be 10 times 18, which is 180. So now when we go in and write our proportion, we're comparing paint to area. Well, it took 1.5 quarts to paint this wall. So we're going to have 1.5 over 84 is equal to, we're looking for the amount of paint over 180. So you guys have to still solve that, but now it's set up for you. All right, on this one, for a circle, it has a 70-degree central angle, cuts off an arc of 8 inches. What's the circumference of the circle? 1 second, someone's actually at my door now. Can you just leave the box outside the room, okay? Thanks, buddy. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, so we are actually comparing the degrees to inches. So we have 70 degrees and we had an arc of 8. Now, if we want to find all the way around our circle, they told us that's 360. And that's what we're looking for, is how long it would be. So there's your variable x. Red brass is an alloy made up of combining copper and zinc in a ratio of 16-3. How much zinc should be combined with 40 kilograms of copper to make red brass? So what two things do we have? We have copper and zinc. like looking for the other word there. Copper to zinc. And this one we'll set up too because it's kind of goofy again. So if we're in the ratio of 16 to 3, we're wondering how much zinc, so that's on the bottom, should be combined with 40 kilograms of copper. So again, you guys go back and solve that for us. A photograph is 7 inches long and 4.5 inches wide. A yearbook editor has the photo reduced to fit a space that's 1.8 inches wide. How long is the reduced photograph? So here's another, we're looking at how long its length versus its width. So you guys go back in, write out your proportion. An ant that weighs 0.004 ounces can lift a breadcrumb that weighs 0.2 ounces. If a 120-pound person were proportionally as strong as the ant, how much could the person lift? So we're comparing the weight of the object, or like the person slash ant, to how much they can lift. So if we look at our ant here, our ant weighs 0.004 and can lift 0.2. Our person weighs 120 pounds and we're wondering how much they can lift. So you guys solve that. Now our last one here should be pretty easy because we've been working with similar figures last week. It says in these similar figures, corresponding angles are congruent and corresponding sides are proportional. Well, duh, we already knew that. In the figure below, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Find DF. This is what we're looking for. So now we're just matching you guys. So if we look here, DF matches what? AC. Now we can write that equal to, we know this side here, DE 45, first two letters, go with my first two letters, AB 32. So you guys try solve that. I know I rattled that off extremely fast. I might have lost some of you on the way and I apologize. But please have at least what I have written down on your sheet. Go back and try to solve them. It just makes life a lot easier for everybody when I'm back tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Have a great short day and I will see you tomorrow.